All right, so you know how sometimes you're just exploring the corners of the internet and you stumble onto something weird? Something so strange and personal, it feels less like a website and more like a lost temple you've just discovered. Well, today, we're putting on our digital archaeology hats. We're going to investigate one of those finds and try to make sense of a truly fascinating and, frankly, a deeply chaotic mind.
And here it is. This is the entrance to our digital temple. The blog is called The Chronically Online Algorithm. And yeah, it's got the astronaut and alien emojis right there in the title. That's our first big clue, isn't it? The name is kind of self-aware, but at the same time, what does it even mean? What are we looking at here?
Okay, so when you first land on the site, it's just whoa. It is a complete sensory overload, a total barrage of information. You're immediately hit with these super cryptic page titles like this one, Operation Noitarupo, which, yeah, is just operation spelled backwards. So there's that. And then there's this. I mean, look at it. Just a glorious string of symbols that I think is supposed to be a title for some kind of dragonpedia. It's so chaotic, so confusing, you almost feel like you're not supposed to understand it. And just as you're trying to get your bearings in all this, you find this, a direct, almost ominous warning, just kind of hidden in plain sight amongst all the chaos. It's a message that feels like a joke, but also maybe it's not. It just adds this whole other layer of mystery to the experience. So that's the big question, right? What is this place? Is it a blog? Is it some kind of wild art project? A public diary? That's what we're going to figure out. We're going to sift through all this digital noise, piece together the clues, and try to get to the bottom of it. In any archaeological dig, you're always hoping to find a Rosetta Stone, you know? That one key that helps you decipher a whole new language. And believe it or not, for us, we found one. Buried deep in the site sidebar, we found a section with the absolutely perfect name, the Intrastornado. And bam! This is where the chaos finally starts to take shape. The creator, a guy named Michael, actually gives us a map to his brain. He breaks his entire world down into these four main categories. And suddenly, out of all that noise, we've got pillars. We have a framework. We can start to see the blueprint of this mind. But what's really wild is what's in these pillars. It's this incredible mashup of stuff you'd never expect to see together. You've got ancient spiritual traditions like Hermeticism and Gnosticism, sitting right next to super futuristic tech like AI and the singularity. Then you throw in conspiracy theories, YouTube culture, music production. This mix is the logic of the entire site. It's the secret sauce. And if you want to understand the mission statement here, you just have to look at how the site defines its own key concepts. In this esotericism mind map, it's described as a journey of self-discovery to explore hidden knowledge. And that tells you everything. This isn't just a random link dump. It has a real purpose. And that is a massive clue for us. Okay, so we've got the themes. We understand the what. But trust me, that does not prepare you for the how much. This isn't just a collection of thoughts. It is a monumental, almost obsessive archive of one person's entire digital life. I mean, just get a load of this number. 4,899. Now, that's not the total number of posts. No. That is the number of posts from 2024 alone. Let that sink in for a second. That works out to an average of over 13 posts every single day. The sheer volume is just staggering. And this chart just shows how this archival obsession has completely accelerated. You see a respectable 532 posts way back in 2015. By 2019, that number jumps to almost 2,700. And then in 2024, it nearly doubles again. This project isn't winding down. It's ramping up at a crazy exponential rate. So we have these core themes, and they're being archived at this absolutely staggering rate. But to truly understand this place, we have to zoom in and look at the language itself. Because this website has its own unique dialect, a system of communication that is deeply, deeply personal. Just take a look at the categorization system. A normal blog uses tags like tech or spirituality. Here, we get this. Sure, you've got some straightforward labels like YouTube or IFTT, but they exist right alongside labels like fucking hilarious, holy shit spirit, and my personal favorite, I need a really long label. You see, this isn't a filing system for an audience. It's a running internal commentary. And it's the exact same logic for the main navigation. A typical website gives you clear signposts: home, about, contact. This website gives you riddles. The page titles are just yes, a confused emoji, monsters links, and emoji dictionaries. It totally subverts your expectations of how a website should work. It's not designed for us, it's designed for the author. Okay, it's time to zoom back out. We've looked at the themes, we've measured the massive scale, and we've tried to decode the personal language. So let's assemble all of these clues and form a final theory about what this digital artifact actually is.
So let's just quickly retrace our steps. Our investigation started when we encountered this chaotic, overwhelming artifact. We found our key, the intrastornado, which let us decode the core themes. From there, we measured the archive's just breathtaking scale, and finally, we learned to translate its strange personal dialect.
So when you put all of these pieces together, the conclusion becomes pretty clear. This is not a blog. It's not a website in any traditional sense. What it is a visible, public-facing map of a single person's consciousness. The blend of spirituality and tech, the obsessive archiving, the insider language, it's all part of a unique system built by one person for one person. You could call it an external hard drive for a soul.
And all of this leaves us with one final big question. Because this strange website isn't just a curiosity. It's kind of a mirror. It forces us to ask ourselves, if your mind had a website, what would it look like? What would your intrastornado be? What would your page titles be? And what personal, maybe nonsensical labels would you use to categorize your world? It's something to think about.